Hello everybody, welcome to another Banter Blitz session. My name is Pepe Cuenca and I forgot to remove the paper after I cut my... after I shaved, but my name is Pepe Cuenca anyway, and Spanish Grandmaster, and I'm glad to be with all of you again in another session where we are gonna play some chess and I'm gonna be commentating on the moves. Of course, I see there are a lot of people in the chat. Just please let me know that you can hear me, that the audio and video is fine, so we can start playing some, I don't know if good, but at least attacking chess or interesting chess. I see there are Mirko and Mario, a lot of people in YouTube as well. So I got a lot of challenges, so I'm just gonna start picking some of them. For example, here we got one Cal, there are more people. Mirko from Montenegro, 5-minute games. I always prefer 3-minute games or 1-minute games because I mean the best is 3 because so we can play more people. So there are no people that are gonna be without playing after today. And yeah, so let's start with knight f3, for example, one of my favorite lines. And Mirko from Montenegro, and we're gonna transpose now to e4. So now we're in a Sicilian. So if you guys are playing against somebody that is not so used to play the Sicilian, so after knight f3 they play c5. You can try to play e4 there and then confuse them a little bit. So c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3. Let's see what he plays. Knight c6, the classical Sicilian. g6, he goes for the dragon, and I'm gonna avoid the main lines by playing g3, one of the most solid approaches against this dragon. He plays e6. This should be already a mistake, sorry, because now d6 is gonna be hanging. So the most natural way of playing by black is just short castle and knight c6. And white's idea is normally to go knight e2, sorry, but after e6, this is a pawn for free. I'm just gonna grab it, and then this king is gonna be in the center, so it's not a good business for him. And now after knight b7 he can go queen c7, but that's not a problem anyway because we can go e5, for example. Then let's just take this guy here, and queen d6 is a threat as well. So a lot of action going on in this game already. Yeah, this is quite difficult, more difficult for him than asking for the Wi-Fi password in the morgue, for example. So knight b7, then after queen c7, e5, opening this diagonal for this beautiful monster here on g2. I know the image is pretty dark. I got some camera issues, but I'll try to figure them out after a while. But most important, let's just start playing some chess. So queen c7, yeah, that was his idea. And then I got two options. The first one is just to go short castling here or e5 straight away. I like e5 here. So after queen takes e5, bishop e3, we develop more pieces. Then after short castle, even bishop c5 is a huge threat for him, followed by knight d6. And then look at this guy here on g2. He's so happy there to be in the long diagonal, putting some pressure on the a rook. He wants to go king f8, but then there is boom, bishop c5, not possible yet because of this ping here. So I'm thinking of going just, for example, short castle here. Then he can go king f8 certainly, but for example after knight d6, this rook on a8 is gonna be hanging. The rook on e8 is also attacked, so a lot of problems. Lot of problems for him. Regards to Butterfly, Mario, 27, Dagogo, and Alandastro, Bishop c6. Give me that, baby. Give me that rook, baby. This is gonna be so tasty, that rook on e8. And okay, he managed to save somehow the position a little bit. Let's just play bishop f4, for example. Now an idea could be bishop b8. If the queen goes to a square where he doesn't defend the bishop on c6, I could take on b8, and then after bishop g2 there is bishop d6, intermediate move with a check. So let's see what he does. Maybe he allows me to grab another piece and I will be so dang happy. I should put some more light. You guys are right, but the thing is I'm not in the position. I mean, there are not so many lights in my room, so I should have thought definitely about this. But anyway, let's play some more games. But it's better for you guys. You don't have to see my ugly face. So, for example, I'm gonna take the challenge from Nils Roh from Germany. Hallo Nils Roh, willkommen zu einer Banter Blitz Session mit Pepe Cuenca, so Devian, Springer F6. Z4 und Z5. The Benko Gambit. Let's just try to play the Benko Gambit, one of my favorite openings. You guys can see, can watch a video series in Chess24 that I just recorded. I mean, not just 1 year ago or something like this. I'm gonna play the Perunovic variation, as we used to call it. And yeah, knight c3, bishop g7, and now the idea is after e4. I mean, the idea is not to take straight away with bishop a6. This is not what normally black used to do. The problem is these lines with e4, bishop takes f1, king takes f1. These are quite bad for black in the last day. So I'm just gonna go short castle here. Bishop g5 is not the most common move here. So Zorro21, he wants to play chess against me. Let's see if I can take all the challenges today. Queen a5, the idea is just to take on a6 and to recapture with the queen on a6, so he's gonna have troubles for going short castling here. So one of the ideas of where, of course, we are threatening to go knight takes c4, so he has to defend that, and he goes for bishop d2, and now bishop a6. And this is precisely the main line, but with a tempo out for black, so we cannot be more happy. Those people in YouTube, guys, you are welcome to our site. Just come and watch. I mean, we are not gonna charge you. We are not gonna kill you for coming and watch. So queen e2, and yeah, I could play even queen b7 here in this position. Attacking b2, but normally endgames are quite good for black in these types of positions. So I'm just gonna go d6 here. Just gonna try to put a lot of pressure on the A and the B file, and this combined with the power of this guy on g7 should be more than enough to have a great compensation here for the pawn, right? As I'm telling you, endgames are considered to be good for black here in these types of position. But of course, a pawn is a pawn, as Uncle Jan is used to say. So still, we have to take we have to be careful and try to play aggressively in order to get this compensation. So now we're gonna come with this knight to e5, and then looking for the tasty squares d3 and c4. And hello to Hendrix, Pal, and Elkov, and everybody. So bishop g5 here. Now I could think on going king f8, for example. Yeah, I'm gonna do king f8, and then this knight is gonna come anyway to e5, and then to d3 or c4. Where actually, if I manage to force him to play b3, I will enjoy a lot of pressure on the long diagonal with this monster on g7. Look at this guy, he's so happy there on g7, enjoying the nice views from his balcony, taking a mojito there on g7. Look at this guy on g5, he's also good, he's also fit, he goes to the gym and stuff like this, you know, but still is not so happy, you know. His main target is e7, and it's not that important. So just knight e5, and then this knight can join the party on d3 or c4. Still don't know where to go. Probably c4 here. He goes f4, which is quite strange. And then this guy here could have some troubles. But for example, I guess knight c4 is quite natural here. So after b3, I could even play knight d2, but then after rook d1, then the knight is trapped. So I think I'm gonna go for knight a3. But later I could go knight b5, for example, increase the pressure on this diagonal. And of course, he could try to start some sort of attack against my king in the f file, but I think it's quite slow, and without the powers of the queens, this is gonna be quite hard for him to break through in my position. So b3, and now, for example, my first idea was just to go knight a3, of course, threatening to go knight c2 here, but I don't know. Yeah, let's go knight a3. Let's go knight a3. Meanwhile, I will try to create some more light to illuminate my big head and ugly head. So I don't know if I'm managing to do so, but anyway, let's focus on the chess. Let's try to have some fun here today. So knight a3, rook c1, and what's next? c4. These kind of ideas are also normal in these types of positions, just opening the position, but I actually don't know. I would love to go bishop d4 at some point, but it's not possible. Let's just try to go c4, and he grabs the pawn, and c4. I think I'm not in a hurry to take it. I could also play knight c5, for example, here, because he can never go rook b1. He cannot move the knight from c3 because there is a pin here, so I'm always on time to recapture this pawn on c4. So of course he's forced to take on c4 because otherwise c takes b3 is coming, and I'm just gonna play knight c5. I'm telling you, he cannot move this knight on c3. And yeah, so hello to Icorium auf dem Laufenden and Banter Blitz in YouTube. Knight c5, yeah, these positions are quite risky as well for black, because now already 2 pawns down. My next intention is to go rook b2, for example, activating all my pieces here. And still I'm quite happy. This guy on g5 is not doing so much. Then he could try to close the position with e5, and he does it. Let's just try to grab this pawn and then collect another guy on e5, and then we can reinforce the position with f6. He doesn't allow this and goes for bishop f4, which is quite interesting. But then I think I'm on time to just grab this guy here on c4. I'm actually quite scared if I get too many pawns. For example, knight takes c4, he could just remove his knight. And but no, I'm on time to take. Yeah, knight c4, bishop takes e5, knight takes e5, and then my structure is a little bit better. So I think if he takes on e5, if I'm not making any mistake, if I'm not calculating wrong, I think we could be already a bit better, right? Because of the structure. So knight takes e5, we got more active rooks. He could try to exchange a pair of rooks with rook b1. Certainly this is quite interesting for him. But anyway, let's just take the rooks and, for example, play knight d3, just controlling the escape square f2, and then some lines he could end up having some trouble. So after rook b8 we got king g7. Anyway, I think it's a good idea just to improve the position a little bit of our king. And then yeah, he could try to go knight c6. Instead he goes for knight b5. And what to do, guys? I was thinking about let's just start moving our little march here on the king side. Yes. Of course, yes, this is just against premium members. This is one of the advantages of premium members. Just remember 25 years ago, guys, when to face a grandmaster, you had to travel for kilometers. And then you were playing in board number 25 in the tournament, and then you couldn't play any master. This is, of course, has changed a lot. Nowadays, you can face Peter Spilded, 7 times Russian champion in chess 24. You can play a lot of strong grandmasters in different chess sites. So, of course, this is a huge improvement. I'm just gonna go knight d7, improving a little bit the position of my knights. I could try to start attacking d5, which is a weakness, or even knight b4 to put some pressure on the a2. This is what I'm gonna do. Knight b4, he could go rook d2 now, and then still not so clear how I'm gonna break through in this position. But of course, time is also important in chess. A2 was hanging, man. A2 was hanging, so I'm just gonna collect it now. He didn't realize d6. Wow. Let's just try to capture this rook on d2. He is forced to take on d2, otherwise d takes e7. There's rook d1 check and knight f6, stopping this pawn on becoming a queen. Thanks for the game, Nils Rowe. And let's just start increasing a little bit the level of the opponents. For example, Champy from Switzerland. Let's just go and play e4. E4, 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 going aggressively. I'm not that type of player, actually. I'm a worse version of Jan Gustafsson, as I told you so many times, but a much worse version. We like collecting pawns, you know, like very, very, very shy players, you know. But yeah, but still I need to improve a lot in my tactics, of course. This is one of the main problems in my classic games. So bishop d3, this line is quite interesting. So black normally plays knight f6, and now there are different options. Knight e5, knight takes d4, followed by bishop c5, and now he goes h5, which I'm gonna answer with h3. And as I'm telling you, knight e5 is an option, knight takes d4, followed by bishop c5. And I'm gonna play here bishop e2, this humble move. The idea is, of course, to go e5 in the next position. And if he goes d6 now, I could try to take on f6 and then bishop takes h5. Even though he'll get a nice compensation because he's got the 2 bishops. He goes b5 here, and certainly this should allow me to go e5, which is one of the ideas after bishop e2. And now we gain this fabulous square for the knight here on e4, where actually after the dark square bishops have been exchanged, we will enjoy this nice d6 spot for a beautiful corcel, right? So I don't know, but that's not the main problem for him, because this knight has to go, I think, to g8. Of course, he could still think on going b4, but I think this is so good already for white, right? Knight e4, he could retreat his bishop to e7, covering d6. Anyway, I think that's an amazing position for us. Bishop c5, queen takes c5, and then knight e4, queen takes e5, knight d6, king e7. I still don't see how to finish him, so I'm just gonna play knight e4. He goes back to e7, then knight d6 is interesting. Bishop takes e6, it takes e6, queen takes e6, and bishop g7. Queen takes e1, rook takes e1, and rook h7. But at that endgame, I think it's quite good for us. But even though I could take on h5, right? But I think I like this line a lot. So you guys are in the chat. I could try to answer some of the questions that you are posting there, and always paying attention to do so as well. It's much more interesting to interact with the people, right? I mean, of course, you can imagine us chess commentators of chess. Banter Blitzers, it's quite difficult to talk in front on a camera for 7-8 hours, man. It's just so crazy. You feel so insane. So bishop b7 now attacking in the long diagonal. I'm just gonna make use of the dark squares, bishop d6 for example, but this bishop is controlling quite nicely this knight from g8. So I was thinking of going a4 as well, but he can take on bishop c6 here. So I'm gonna try to open the position since I'm enjoying the bishop pair, so it's always nice to open the position. But first, I'm gonna block this d pawn, because after c4, bishop takes, b takes, bishop takes, d5, then knight e7. I think he could still claim that it's not so worse. Alright, so let's just play c4 here. He's forced to take, I guess. B takes c4, bishop takes c4, and knight e7. Knight e7, aiming to go knight f5 here and kick my rook back from d6. So yeah, I actually not so happy with my position anymore. I'm gonna play bishop d3. I need to be careful with my rook on d6, right? Because I don't wanna lose it like some move like knight c8. I always got this d4 square for and we see here Miguel Angel making advertisements of our competitors. So f5, sending Facundo to the action. What else should I do now? For example, I'm gonna start looking for some tricks. For example, rook e1. He moves his knight to c8. Then I could try to go rook d4, and then later there are some bishop takes f5 moves in the air, right? So we got Cervantes, Pepe, I'm Ricardo, the non-premium discriminated person. So we hi Albert Torpe from my neighborhood in La Chana in Spain, in Granada, my city. So king f7, he's playing quite well, and still don't know how to break through in this position. He wants to go a rook g8, so that's why I'm gonna play f3. Little humble move in order to stop rook d8, so I can go king f2, because if I wait one more move, then rook b8, f3 is not possible because of bishop takes f3, right? So rook g8, king f2, maybe, so it goes h4, and just gonna bring my king to the center, king f2. I shouldn't forget the time, right? 2 minutes and 17 seconds. And Leito, he's telling me he became premium few days ago. Knight g6, and yeah, not so easy to play here. Just gonna go, well, my rook could be in some sort of troubles. If I go c3, then he's got this nice square for the knight, but I think it's not a problem yet. I could go bishop f1 here, and after bishop h2, I was afraid of some f4 moves here, but I think bishop h2 was way better. So now I should, there are some tricks here. So bishop f5 followed by e takes f5, rook f6 could be actually quite nice. Okay, now he's forcing me to go to f1, I guess. This is becoming very double-edged, since now he can try to put some pressure on g2. Still, this rook can never go to g7, so I think I'm still enjoying a nice advantage. I could say. So rook g8, I'm just gonna defend this Carlitos pawn so I can recapture with my b pawn, because if he takes on c4, then bishop takes c4 is not possible anymore because of rook g2 crushing me. So rook h5 should start moving my pawns on the queen side. So c takes b5, he's gonna go bishop b5. So still not so possible. Just gonna kick this knight back with bishop d2, for example. So just go back, forcing knight g6 now, and then I could try c takes b5, right? Not so sure. So yeah, I'm just gonna bring my rook to d4, for example. I don't know what to do actually. This position is quite complicated. I should take on b5. He can never take with the bishop because d7 is hanging. This is something I didn't realize before. But okay, let's just take it now and play a4, creating a pass pawn already, and then this should work out quite well, sorry. Because after b takes, a takes, rook a8, I can always go a5 and a6, and then he should start worrying about these guys there on the queen side. Knight d5. Let's just try to keep moving on with a6, and then this rook can support as well this guy on a6, and then a7 could be played as well. I'm just gonna go rook a1. I should have played probably rook b1. He goes e5. This is getting double edge, so I'm just gonna go where to go, because rook c4, he can play bishop b5. I don't know. Let's just play. Let me think for a while. So yeah, rook c4. After bishop b5, I can play rook c5, and then this knight on d5 is also hanging, so not so clear what's going on. And yeah, rook c5, for example. Or a7. A7 looks quite natural as well. So a7, and then this pawn is already in his mouth. Rook c8. I'm just gonna go rook c1 here with the idea of going bishop a6 and bishop a5 in some positions. Wow, did I blunder that pawn already? I think I blundered that pawn. So quite difficult situation for me now. Guys, pray for me a little bit. So what should I do? Rook c4. I'm just gonna try to grab this guy here on h4. He takes that guy, and then this could be a draw if he start playing rook a2, rook a1. This could be a draw actually, but I think he's a little bit better, so he should try to force the issues, but he's not gonna do it. So yeah, we have to accept the draw. Good game by Champy, and wanna play against a strong opponent, for example Robert Pitsu, and alright, so d4, and I'm just gonna play the King's Indian, one of my favorite openings. It's very aggressive, and you'll get a lot of dynamic play. And yeah, let's just try to play. So d6, we are in the main line, knight f3, or bishop e2, knight f3. This could transpose. So bishop e3, and I'm gonna play e5 here. And he's got several options here. For example, knight f3, we are actually transposing to the main line, more or less. I could go knight g4 here straight away. Yeah, knight g4, bishop g5, f6. This is what actually Robin van Kampen recommends in his video series about the King's Indian. So knight h6. The idea is in many positions just to go g4 and knight c6, and try to make use of this beautiful d4 spot that is created for our knight once we have kicked out this knight from f3, right? g4, he's got to go to h4 probably, or to e1, then knight c6, d takes e5, d takes e5, or even f takes e5 followed by there's no e takes d4 here followed by f5. I actually don't know, but looks quite interesting. I'm gonna play knight c6 even though. And after d5, then knight d4 is coming. Then ideas related with f5, pushing Facundo to kill this guy. So what's going on here? What about f5 straight away? Or even e takes d4, knight takes e4, knight takes e4, f5, queen d5, and then king h8. E takes. What's going on here? Just gonna go king h8. Yeah, let's just go king h8. The idea now is quite simple. We want to take on d4 everything and f5, intending to go f4 in the next move. So he can go certainly now d5, but then knight e7 looks quite natural, followed by f5, opening this this diagonal for this beautiful guy here. And the position is quite interesting from the strategical point of view. So knight e7, then this knight can also join the party by knight g6, f5, e takes f5, bishop takes f5. I would love to recapture with my other knight, but it's not gonna be that easy, right? So he goes f3, and then just gonna grab this guy here and then play f5. f5 takes, yeah, f5 has to be played in order to gain some space, and then after e takes, we can capture with our e7 knight and then attack this g3 bishop. He goes bishop h4, quite interesting move, but now I intend to close the position with f4, and then my plan is maybe to go a6, queen e8, knight g6. This knight can later regroup by f7 and g5, right? And I agree with Grandmaster Ridro. He says that the Robin Van Kampen series on the King's Indian is quite amazing. I completely agree. He did an amazing job with now we can see a little bit better. He did a really nice job with the King's Indian. I have some troubles here. Okay, I'm gonna go queen e8. C takes e6, C takes e6, now we control a4 with our queen, and we are preparing our knight to jump to g6. This is what I'm gonna do actually, knight g6. Still we are not attacking on h4, but after knight f7 we would be attacking this guy on h4. So let's say knight f7 now. This bishop on h4 will be attacked, so I can complete development by playing bishop d7, sorry, and rook c8. Yeah, the position is still quite double-edged, but I like it. I'm just gonna, as I told you, continue development with bishop d7 and now knight f7 and knight g5, for example, aiming to go f3 in these types of positions. He could go b5, but then maybe, and just maybe, we could think on closing the position with a5. Okay, here we go with knight g5. Now f3 is in the air, f3 is in the air, f3 is in the air. Facundo joins the party because after g takes f3, knight f4 is in the air as well, or knight h3 ideas, bishop h3 ideas. A lot of tactics here for black. It could work out. So bishop f3, knight takes f3, and then knight f4 followed by queen g6. He doesn't allow this, and he goes for but this could be a who's your daddy? Pepe is your daddy. Queen takes g6. Now I'm threatening the queen and mate on g2. Thanks for the game, Robert Pitsu. We got Wolverine 6. And Grandmaster Riro is saying that his favorite video series in Chess24 is about the Archangel. It's actually an amazing series as well by Peter Spiedel. A lot of heavy theoretical content. So you guys have to be ready for hours of high quality chess theory. And yeah. Zo. It goes for c6, the Caro-Kann defense, one of the most solid approaches in chess against e4. And then I like this line, is that some sort of pano attack, right, without the pawn on d4, who could actually give us some pluses in some of the lines. So knight c3, but even though we normally end up transposing to these lines where the pawn is on d4 already. So yes, let's just put the pawn, push the pawn to d4 here, just controlling some space in the center. And one of the ideas is to develop this bishop via c4 or d3. Yeah, these lines, he has to be careful with all these bishop g4 ideas, because for example, knight e5 ideas or queen b3 are all the time in the air. I'm just gonna play, I don't know what to do, but maybe bishop c4 here. Yeah, let's just play bishop c4, and now bishop f7 is a huge threat, right? Yep. So e6, and as I'm telling you, I'm always happy with all these queen b3 ideas, but I'm not quite sure if this works now. Just gonna go h3, just kicking this guy from g4. He goes to h5. I could follow even with g4 and knight e5, and then this queen could join the party in f3, attacking b7, putting some pressure on f7 on Facundo, poor Facundo. Yeah. So bishop takes f3, and this already should be quite nice for white, since we got the bishop pair. He shouldn't take on d4, because after knight takes, bishop takes, queen b7, then this rook on a8 is hanging. Look at all these pieces there, man. All these pieces in the 8th rank. So I'm just gonna go short castle and bring my rooks to the center, for example, to d1, and then try to break through with d5, opening the position. Guys, when you got the bishop pair, maybe even d5 was stronger before, but there's some knight e5, which is quite unpleasant. So I think he got a nice, I mean, not nice, but still solid position with black. And yes, I cannot accept everyone, guys, so just please be patient. There are many people who I never played here before. So for example, Wolverine 6, which is you know, all these guys with 1500 are, you know, it's not so clear that they got a real 1500 elo rating, right? Since maybe they have never played here before. They have the strength of a grandmaster or international master or 2300. Yeah. So short castle, I would love to go e5 here in this position. I don't know, because it's got this e5 ideas all the time. So I'm just gonna go a3, just giving some pressure to my bishop in case I just need it. For example, bishop a2 followed by d5 is actually quite interesting. So being prophylactic again, knight e5. So yeah, let's just go bishop a2. Now I wanna go d5. Because after knight e5, I could just retreat my queen to e2. And then the point is, I managed to open the position without losing a piece, right? As in the previous case. So, yes, let's just try to use my telepathic helmet. So, with this helmet, you know, I'll try to guess my opponent's move. So it's going b5, and now I'm on time to go d5 here. Now my telepathic helmet, help me, he's gonna go e takes d5, or he's gonna go knight e5. Those two options my helmet is saying to me. Come to me, moves! Knight e5, queen e2, this is no problem at all. And e takes d5, knight takes d5 with a huge knight on the center, just feeling like a sir there with his monocle and eating caviar all day. So e takes d5, my helmet helped me, and he's gonna go here, knight takes d5. Trust me. Move, come to me. Knight takes d5, then bishop takes d5 is actually quite interesting, because bishop f7 is a threat, so he should try to do something about this. I don't know, maybe remove the queen to f6 or to g6, or I don't know, to f6 seems more natural. But then we reach this endgame probably, where my situation is a bit better, since we got the bishop pair. It's nothing special, but you know, bishop d5, knight e5. Wow. So not so clear what to do anymore. I'm just gonna go queen e4 probably, or queen g3. Queen g3 looks quite interesting as well, but also queen e2. Yeah, I'm just gonna go queen e2 here. My threat is now bishop b7. He should be aware of these bishop b7 ideas, also attacking the queen. That's it. And this helmet also has the ability to mix things up. And then, guys, be careful with me, because I'm pretty dangerous if I wanna be. So bishop d7 is a threat. He should remove the queen somewhere, but it's not so clear now because queen f6, then bishop d4 ideas. Bishop d6 and f4, Facundo solving the situation as usual. Now he could have some troubles on the e file. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on after bishop d4? He still got rook c2. Oh, lucky guy, but I think it's not enough. I'm gonna play bishop d2. After rook c2, there's queen e4. Ideas, queen takes e4, bishop takes e4, and then double attack to the rook on c2 and to the knight on e5, and this rook cannot go to c5 to protect this guy here on e5. So a lot of troubles, he cannot go. f6, Facundo is tied up because there is a pin here on this diagonal. Bishop f6, just bishop takes e5, rook e8, then just f4 supporting the bishop on e5. So we're gonna win this game. 26 seconds for Wolverine. And yeah. So that's it for today, guys. I'm leaving now. No, not yet. Still like 50 more minutes to continue in this Banter Blitz session. So yeah, a lot of troubles for him, and let's continue playing. For example, I want to play a strong opponent now. For example, I saw some 2700. Yeah, Master Chess. 3 minutes game. Let's just try to survive against Master Chess. I want to win this game and then come back to 2800. I saw Jan is already in 3100, right? So this guy, Jan is I think he should be number 1 of our side, right? Master Chess. Enough helmet for today, you are right. Grandmaster Rero. Ricardo del Cerro. So he's not here, Master Chess. It's not Master Chef. So I don't know, you guys see this Master Chef series, or I don't know, program or show or whatever, but it's in Spain. There was a huge moment. One guy tried to say to the guys that his dish was called Lion Eats Prawn, and it was so shit, you know. It was pretty famous in Spain at that moment. You can search for that video in YouTube. León come gamba. You know, the poor guy is a 18 years kid, and he is putting a lot of effort in that dish. You know, he talks to the jury like, I want to put all my personality in this dish, and it's gonna be called Lion Eats Prawn. And there's some shitty lion, like some potato, like looks like a lion there. You have to look for yourselves in YouTube. All right, so let's keep playing. E4. Class City Rocker is not here, so I have to abort the game and keep playing. And Guida Chess from Spain, or for example Noi Desi from Italy. Come va? Tutto bene? Andiamo a giocare una partita di scacchi. E4. So E5, knight F3, knight C6, and we are in the Ruy Lopez Spanish variation A6. And yeah, let's just play bishop A4, knight F6, probably D5. What is this shit, man? D5. What is this? I got no clue. I'm just gonna take on D5. Queen takes D5 and knight C3. This looks like quite good for white, but you never know. Queen D6. Then I could try to go short castle. Maybe Queen A5. Queen A5. So I'm just gonna go short castle here. He wants to go bishop G4. This starts looking not so tasty for me. What about bishop C6 and then Queen E2 attacking E5? Yeah, I'm just gonna go for this. Queen E2, and then he's got to defend this guy on E5. Then the problem is after bishop D6 there is D4, and yeah, D4 he could try to go bishop G4 there, right? Not so easy. It's quite tricky, this position. And D4, bishop G4, D takes E5, bishop takes F3, Then queen takes f3, queen e5, bishop e3. That looks like at least good for yeah, I'm gonna do this. The thing is, after all this line, then the c6 pawn is gonna be hanging as well. So bishop g4, d takes e5, bishop f3, queen takes f3, queen takes e5, bishop e3, then c6 hanging. But I guess he still can go knight e7 in that position. But anyway, I think the structure is much better for white, so this could be never worse for white. So, and yeah, queen takes e5, and I'm also a very solid player. I mean, I wanna be, so I normally will exchange queens here in this position. But I think that's too much. That's too much, right? So yeah, so it's better to continue just normal development with bishop e3. Now I have to be careful of this this pawn on h2. So I'm just gonna go g3, defending the checkmate here. My idea is, of course, to go short castle in the next move. He could play rook b8, and this actually looks like a really annoying move for me, because I got no idea how to defend b2. Okay, now it's not so dangerous because I could go rook b1. In the previous case, it was not possible because of rook b2 and then queen c3. All right, so what to do next? For example, bishop d2. If knight takes c3, just bishop takes c3, our structure is much better. And I want to continue with rook fd1, putting our rooks on the open files. Maybe this knight could join the party by e4, then c4 could be coming as well. Yeah, attacking this knight from d5. Of course, he is 20 seconds up, so we should hurry up a little bit in these positions. And queen d4 could look like, okay, this position I like, bishop takes c3, and now queen d5. Queen d5 forcing the issue. I think I'm not gonna take it because this will improve his pawn structures instead. I'm just gonna go for queen g4. Now rook ad1, attacking this queen. He could still go to b5, but then I think this is a ra-ra-ra-ra already, right? Ah, queen c5. But then we could play bishop b4 here, and just winning the exchange, and this should be more than enough to win the game, right? So this queen moves to b5, and then bishop takes f8, then b3 protecting b2. This looks way better for white, right? So yeah, so queen takes b5, sorry, queen b5, no take, bishop f8, and then rook f8 and b3, just protecting our pawns, just putting all of them in the light square so this bishop cannot attack them, right? And then just the next thing is to bring our rooks to the open files. Just gonna go queen f3, attacking this bishop, going here, forcing him to go back, and then after queen c5 there is rook d3. This bishop is gonna have to go from there. So queen c5, yeah, he goes bishop b4, and now let's send Carlitos to the action. He has to put an eye on this pawn on d7, on c6, sorry, but my next move is probably gonna be okay, he goes for queen a5. Let's just defend the a pawn first, and we'll still we only got 35 seconds, so we should hurry up a little bit. So just gonna play queen c6 in order to take c7. Yeah, this pawn is mine, and then still not so clear, rook d8, and then he's got to go g6. So let's just grab this pawn here on a6, and now start pushing the a pawn. Only 26 seconds. We should hurry up. We should hurry up a lot. So let's go for this a6, and now queen b7. Go, 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 go. a7, a8 is coming, and we are gonna win this game finally. 24 seconds, 14 seconds for black, and queen g4, and we are there. a8 already. Takes, and wow, nice last trick, but it's not gonna work. Thanks for the game, Noa de Si, and we keep playing. For example, against I from I. For example, from yeah, against I, for example. I think I played this guy before. I think I played this guy, but maybe with another account. So, yeah, I guess d5 was a mouse slip, yeah. So d6, I'm just gonna play the Philidor. Taking already a lot of time. I think I know you. We played before, Gabriel. So don't take too much time in the opening. So knight f6, and he's gonna go knight c3, e5, and this is the Philidor. One of my favorite pets, one of my favorite defenses against the e4, right? So d4, knight bd7. This is what I'm used to play a lot, or what I used to play a lot in the past. So d4, knight bd7, and d5. Wow, this is shouldn't be the best option for white, right? Just closing the center. I'm just gonna continue if the king's in the spirit, just by going for the fianchetto. So g6 and bishop g7, and now h6 for followed by short castle and knight h5, for example, or knight h7, aiming to strike in the center with c5. He goes a4. I'm just gonna go a5 here, just giving me just in order to establish this nice outspot for my knight on c5, right? So he takes on d7, and just gonna take with my bishop, right? Just the normal development of pieces. And h6 gonna be my next move. My idea is to remove this knight. I don't know where, to h7 or now to g4 makes much more sense. Attacking this guy on e3. Of course, the next move is to send Facundo to the action as usual. So rook e1. And this position should be much better for black, right? So we got the bishop pair. I mean, it's still not so clear, right? But I mean, these lines are so easy to play for black, because you just push a lot of pawns and then see what happens, right? And then once he has taken on f5, then this guy on g7 could gain a lot of importance in the game, right? After some e4 is played. We have to be sure that this e4, I mean, doesn't run into some knight d4 and then knight e6 or something like this. It plays bishop knight f5, which is quite interesting. But I'm gonna play rook c8, just protecting Carlitos, and then in case he goes rook c3, there can be some e4 in the air. And he goes c4, and then my idea was to go king h8 and start looking for some action on the king side. But first, I think it's always good to stop white's ideas related with c5. So I just play b6. He's gonna have to play first some b4 and then c3, c5. Goes for rook c3, and now king h8 sounds natural to me. So my idea is just to play maybe rook g8 on f4, for example. Rook c2, strange move as well. So let's just try to bring some pieces to the attack. For example, rook g8, maybe queen e8 and queen g6. All of them sound natural to me. Or queen f6, queen g6. The only problem I got is this c7 pawn, which is quite, unpleasant to defend all the time. Maybe one idea could be just to take on b5, right? But anyway, let's keep attacking. For example, with queen f6. He's gonna go b4. I'm pretty sure about this, but so I will take over there on b4. And some people are saying hi from Argentina. Hi to all Argentinian people. I actually spent a really nice time over there. It was quite awesome, Argentina. So what about if we just play queen g6, just pretending we are doing nothing there? So of course I want to go bishop f6 and checkmate, and then we are forcing him probably to go g3, which gives us some point to break with h4, a4. Then would be much easier to reach white's king, right? So let's see what he plays. 2 minutes and 15 seconds for Gabriel from Norway. Our next idea is gonna be bishop f6, as I'm telling you, or even e4 could be quite interesting. So he goes rook a2, aiming to go a5 in the next move. What should we do? What should we do? Let's go for e4. If he goes knight d4, boom! Bishop takes d4, or not, it's a boom because of queen takes d4. So I should go first king h7. And still he's surviving here incredibly in this position. So king h7, now bishop d4 is a threat. Yeah, and he blundered, and boom, bishop takes d4, threatening to go queen takes c2, checkmate. So he cannot go for this, and he goes thanks for the game. And let's keep playing. Let's keep playing. Dum 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 dum. So let's play, for example, against Zorro 21. So what if I just give 1 month premium membership? If somebody, to the one who answers my question first in the chat, what do you guys think? You agree with this? You like 1 month premium membership? Are you sure? Yes? No? So let's just ask a question. For example, let's just try not to only to learn about chess, but also about geography. For example, I'm gonna play here e5. This is a quite interesting move. So what's the capital let me think. Nicaragua. What's the capital of Nicaragua? The one who replies first in the Chess24 chat is gonna get a 1 month premium membership. So long castle here, just knight bd7. I wanna hear the answer. Knight bd7. What's the answer? Capital of Nicaragua, guys. Don't look in Google. You should know this. G3. I'm just gonna play knight g4 here in order to exchange Managua. Yeah, Mario 27. He wins 1 month premium membership. So I will add you, Mario 27. So let me just write it somewhere so I don't forget. Anyway, I won't forget. So thanks for all your answers, Mario 27. He wins 1 month for free. So this is $10, buddy. So it's not so bad. So knight h3. I'm just gonna start looking, taking care of the important squares. So d5, and then this is some sort of Philidor endgame, right? And I ain't quite used to those endgames. That's why I like playing this position. So I'm just gonna reinforce my center via f6. And for example, my idea now would be to go, I don't know if knight c5 straight away because of b4, but then after a5, I don't like knight a4, so I'm just gonna go knight c5 in case it goes b4, then knight e6, looking for these tasty squares, juicy squares. So now, as you can see here, well, let's play a5 first, and a3. This should be a strategic mistake, right? Because I can close the position with a4, but still he's got this knight d3 exchanging knights. So I'm just gonna go knight a6 in order to jump to this beautiful square here on d4, and then all my pieces are gonna start dancing here. Bishop a6 attacking c4, and then he's got to go c5 here, and then yeah, we could just try to bring our pieces, for example rook h d8 or rook a d8. I don't know which one, but for example knight b3 doesn't win a pawn already. He's got knight a4 there, so I'm gonna play rook a d8. And my next move probably is gonna be, he goes f4 here, maybe quite optimistic. So knight f7, f5 doesn't hurt me in any sense, because I can just go to b3 or to c4 or even to c8, right? So what's the point? What's the problem there, guys? No problem at all. He goes knight d3. What's going on here? Let's play bishop g4. Don't play rook d2 because of knight b3. Boom! Who's your daddy, Zorro, now? Who's your daddy? Pepe is your daddy, knight b3. And then this rook hasn't got a proper square to defend this knight on d3. So tasty. And it's Managua. Of course it's Managua. Yeah, and we're gonna do some bullets. The Ebola virus is asking in YouTube. We're gonna do some 1 minute games, but at the end of the show, as usual. So at the end of the show, we'll play 3 to 5 1 minute games. So there will be a lot of action going on for sure. So knight d3, it goes king c2. Give me that baby, give me that baby. And I'm just gonna go back to e6 in order to go bishop c4. He allows, he doesn't allow, but anyway, bishop c4 is a good move. So forcing this knight to go back, and now just gonna double rooks on the d file. And it's a pity because I cannot go back to e6, so I have to go back to a6 after bishop e6. F5 was coming, and now rook d8 I think force another exchange of rooks, because otherwise I will just come to the 7th rank with a lot of damage, right? And it's got to go. Whoa, this gives me another free piece. Thanks for the game, Zorro21. Zorro21. Let's play a strong opponent, for example. Let's play 5 Flasher from Australia. Feed Master from Australia. Well, I would love to go once to Australia. There are so many beautiful things to watch over there. And yeah. E4, let's just play E6. Let's play the French against 5 Flasher. D4, D5. Now knight C3. I'm gonna play the Wiener variation after bishop B4. C5, A3 is the main line. Bishop takes, B takes. Knight E7. Queen G4 is the main line. Bishop D3. And here I'm gonna play some secondary line C4. And he's got the Carlito brothers here in this moment. So he's got an advantage because of that. But you know, just gonna play, for example, here Queen A4, and then forcing Bishop D1 probably, and then Queen B5 here in order to go Queen B2, right? So this is quite annoying for white. At least I'm making him thinking. So I think the move here is bishop c1, just gonna go queen a5 here, and then knight e2 is the move. But I think after f6, black's got a nice position. Queen f3. Wow, this gives me the option of going knight f5, and the thing is I can take on d4 in the next move, right? So I don't know how he's gonna do it to defend c3 and d4 at the same time with the queen, so I think he's already in trouble. He's already in trouble. And the wall is mine, and the wall is mine. Queen h3, and then give me that pawn. Give me that pawn, baby. I think this is good enough. Yeah, this is good enough. So he's got to go, I don't know, bishop d2 or bishop e3, and then I will just retreat my knight to f5 or to even to c6. Okay, exchanging pieces should be a nice idea once we are pawn up, right? So knight c6 here, and then my next idea was to break with f6. This, after e takes f6, rook takes f6, then there's always this beautiful move e5 that actually attacks this queen on h3. And then he could be in a lot of trouble. So let's just try to go e5 here. Then this queen can come to g3, is probably something like this. But yeah, this should be more than okay for us. I mean, even with this move e4, creating a pass pawn should be okay for us, right? I want to continue the development with bishop d7 or bishop e6, for example. And this queen can always come with a tempo, giving a check on c5. Maybe he could try to go bishop e3, but then, as I'm telling you, for example, after bishop e6 and then bringing the rooks to the action, then he's got a lot of weaknesses. This c3 and a3. Just gonna go bishop e6 here, as I told you. Queen e3. Wow, don't give me the chance to exchange queens, because I will do it, guys. I will do it. Queen b6, queen takes, a takes, rook b1, rook a6. Ah, good enough to play for. Yeah, and you guys are right. Where is Miktal? Where is Karl? Where is Fuchsia? Where are all the guys over there? So queen takes b6, a takes b6. And the thing is, rook b1, that was the thing I calculated. But rook a6, I mean, I know it was not the best option, queen b6, but maybe it was the safest. I mean, this angle is quite hard to lose, right? And then we're a pawn up. And he's got a nice majority here on the king side. a4 with the idea of going bishop a3 at some point, but the thing is f4 is still hanging, so I don't know. Maybe I could try to go very greedy in this position, and for example knight b8 and then knight d7 in order to grab this pawn on a4, right? So I want to defend b6, so in the next move I can take this pawn on a4. All right, he goes g4 with the idea of f5. Let's just stop this by playing g6, and then my idea, as I told you, is knight d7 and then collect this guy on a4. If I manage to activate my rook in the a file, should be okay, right? Bishop e3, just knight d7. He's gonna go bishop d4. I'm not so happy with my position anymore, so he goes rook b4, and he's putting a lot of pressure on me, and certainly I just don't like my position. So I don't know how I'm gonna make it, but I should try to create some counterplay, or I don't know. This is quite hard. All right, so let's go rook f7 here. It's gonna go rook b1. My first idea was to go knight f6 here, but then just h3 just solves the issue. What about knight c5 now that the b7 pawn is protected? Of course I want to take on a4. He can still play for example a5, and then I am forced to take with my rook, because if I no, I can take actually with the pawn, because of the bishop takes c5, the rook on b4 is hanging. So rook a1, just defending everything, ignoring all I mean, going passive, but actually very interesting way. I should play bishop d7 takes on c5 takes, rook b7, and for example bishop a4, rook a4 for example over there. Looks like at least interesting, so I'm just gonna go for this bishop d7. He can go a5 certainly, but then still the same problem. I can take with my pawn, right? My idea is just to put this bishop on c6, where at least I protect more things. I protect d5 and b7 at the same time. Of course, there is some handicaps. One of them is I stop putting pressure on g4, but I also want to take this pawn on a4. So I first go bishop c6, and then the pressure on a4 is still there, and then he actually cannot handle this, right? So my next move is going to be probably rook takes a4, not rook takes a4, but instead knight takes a4, because I just defend b6 with my knight. Right guys, wake up guys, where are you guys? I don't see too many comments in the chat. You guys are sleeping. I don't want this today. Wake up. Just put my knight takes a4, and then c3 is hanging as well. So bishop d4, rook f4 is gonna come. So not an easy time for 5 flasher from Australia. He goes rook a1, knight takes e3, rook takes b takes, rook takes b6, knight takes e2, rook takes e6, knight f4, and there are too many pawns, right? So knight takes e3. So b takes and bishop c4. What the hell is this? This doesn't work. So another free premium membership who gives me one move that actually wins the piece. Now give me one move, guys. Give me one move. So I think there are 2 moves. Just in the chat, just guys, please give me a move that wins the game on the spot. So Mario 27 won the last gift. Who is gonna win the next myth? The next gift, sorry. So just guys, don't make me lose on time. Just give me the answer. Give me the answer. Give me a good move here for black that wins a piece. Actually, I mean that saves the piece. That saves the piece. So you got 15 seconds. Just give me one good move. 91 wins actually a piece. A 95 as well. So Grandmaster Rero wins one. Why this is so difficult for me to pronounce? 1 month premium account. So 95 or 91, both were winning 93. So I'm just gonna lose on time. 40 seconds, right? So give me that pawn on f4, baby. Grandmaster Rero. So 92, for example, go back, knight d4. I want to take this guy on C pawn. So for example, knight f3. I want to collect this guy on h5 now. Give me that pawn, baby. Give me that pawn, g5. Now I want to go rook f3 check. Rook f3 check. Go back. h6. I want to start activating my king now. So rook takes. Whoa. It's not going to be that easy. This is not going to be that easy. Only 28 seconds. So check here. And king e5. And c4 is going to be mine. The wall is mine. Beep. Check. Check. King e4. If he takes the pawn, he doesn't take the pawn. So this has been so difficult. Now. So let's just play a knight f4 and knight e2 check. King e3 is making me the life a little bit hard. So check here and rook e4 followed by g4, for example. Go away. Knight f4. I'm playing so bad. 6 seconds. I'm just gonna play fast now. Let's just try to play fast. Okay, we won on time, luckily. So Grandmaster Riro and Mario, they both won something today. $10 for watching a show. It's not bad, actually. So I'm playing quite good today. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm used to play like shit. So let's play against Real 1997. Young FIDE master from Spain, from Cordoba, one of the most beautiful cities in Spain. So g3, bishop g7, and let's just play, for example, d5 here in the Grunfeld spirit. So after c4, I'm just gonna take on c4. It goes b3, and yeah, let's go c5 and try to create some counterplay over there. So c takes d4, probably knight takes d4, knight c6 looks quite good, or even e5. But let's just play knight c6. After knight takes c6, b takes c6, he could go c4 here. Instead, he decides to go for knight d2 in a pretty solid approach, right? So I'm just gonna go a5 in order to go a4 in case he goes c4. I mean, I should get some compensation, right? He takes on a4, maybe queen a5. So c takes d5. He wants to go b takes a4 there, or I don't know. But this looks quite good for black or red in this position. Look at this open files for our rooks. Look at this open diagonals for our bishop. So it goes knight f3. With the idea of going after a3, bishop d4. Position should be more or less quite equal. So, for example, let's play rook b8 here, right? So in order to put some pressure on the b file, right? And bishop e5. This I completely missed, but shouldn't be that bad, right? I mean, I will play, for example, I don't know what to play actually. Rook b7, and then he took on a4. And then I'm just gonna play bishop d7 in order to recapture this guy on a4. Position is quite balanced, I would say, but still a lot to play here. I'm just gonna play bishop a4. He takes on b7, then bishop takes d1, right? And then we are reaching this endgame. Takes, and rook a7 probably should be okay, or even I don't know. Rook a7. And then bishop takes f6. Yeah, I think this is possible. Rook a7. He cannot take on d5. He goes rook d4 first. And for example, let's play rook a6 here. Just keeping the position quite solid. And for example, e6, just protecting d5. My idea now is to go knight d7, exchange this pair of bishops, and then try to put some pressure on the a pawn. But he's playing quite fast, which actually... Let's just play knight g4. So bishop takes e7, king takes e7. This knight can join the party again via e5, and then looking for some tasty squares. So he goes knight c5. Just gonna play knight e5 here. After knight takes a4, rook takes a4, then the pressure on the a pawn is gonna be extremely hard for him. So let's just play rook a5 here. Let's see if we force him to wow. What did I just did? Okay, I still lucky, and then I can play knight d7, and then after knight takes d7, bishop takes d7. I think we are always a little bit better since this pressure on. Okay, not better anymore. So, but I think he made a mistake. Okay, still got this rook a1 passive way of playing, but still, let's just bring our king to the action. What's going on? He plays e4. Position is not so easy now after e5. He takes there, then just take him with my rook to see if I can get some active play. So, king e7, king e7, king e7. Let's just play h5 to try to win some space over there. So, for example, rook a5 here, and then blocking. Now we activate our rook. Once the pawn is blocked on the fifth rank, and then I want to go rook c2 there. So probably he can play something like rook e1. Then he wants to go rook e2, but then rook c4 could be quite interesting. Rook e5. What's going on here, guys? I don't know. I'm gonna play rook e6, rook a6, a5, rook c2. Then he could try to go rook e2, going back. But then I actually don't know what's going on. I think I'm gonna play rook c6 in the most solid approach, and let's just play king e7. This should be a draw anyway. So this should be a draw anyway. I don't know if it's a draw anymore. He's playing quite well, so I think I'm gonna manage to get this pawn. Rook b5. Yeah, this is a draw. So king c6. He's forced to go back, and then this pawn is gonna be mine, probably not mine yet. But what's going on here? What's going on here? f5. Let's just try to grab this pawn here on a5. He's gonna get the g pawn, but then we got the g3 as a weakness, so we can enjoy this. And then king f6 here, and rook g5. This is a draw. This is a draw, so I have to take it. And good game. Good game, guys. Yeah, I don't like muting the chat on YouTube. I know there are a lot of strange people sometimes just typing some nonsense, but I mean, if you don't go further the line, then I will keep the chat open, because of course I like hearing from you. Even though if you talk some trash talking, it's always nice. So I'm going to play against the king's best friend from Germany. So, andere Partie mit der king's best friend. So e4, c5, Springer f3, 6, d4, knight takes d4. Let's see what kind of Sicilian he plays. Knight c6, knight c3, and then queen c7. We are still in the Taimanov. Bishop d3. Let's play again this line. Knight f6, short castle is the main line. And then different options. b5, knight takes e4, knight e5. All of them are quite playable, right? So knight e5, I'm gonna play bishop e2, just removing this bishop in order to keep the bishop pair. And he goes bishop b4. I think we can play here f4. And then after bishop c3, b takes c3. No, after bishop c3, just f takes e5, just wins a game on the spot. So he's forced to go knight c4 here. He goes knight c6, which gets me another tempo. And then I can push my pawns in the center, e5, and then after bishop takes c3, e takes f6, intermediate move actually seems to win the game. So he's forced to go probably to d5 or to g8, but of course this is quite bad for him. Here I think I can take on f6, he can take on d4, but then bishop takes d4, and knight takes d4, queen takes d4. I don't know what I did, but I think I did something wrong for sure, because there has to be better options here in this position. I cannot take now on g7 because knight takes e2, so I have to take on d4. And now g takes f6, queen takes f6. The position is of course much better for white, but I had the feeling that I could have won in an easier way. Anyway. G6, what the hell is that move? What the hell is that move? Alright, he wants to keep the position closed, but let's not allow this. Let's just try to open. Of course, he goes short castle. I'm gonna kick his ass quite soon. So he can never go short castle. The point is now d6 quite hard to play because after I bring a rook to d1, then this pawn is so juicy. So juicy, man. After rook a d1, this pawn is gonna be mine. I'm gonna attack this pawn like a beast. I'm gonna attack this pawn like a beast. So. The point is b6 could be played. B6 actually could be played, but then bishop f3, bishop b7, bishop takes on d7, queen takes on b7, and then I don't know, just c5 for example, or rook c1. Both of them look quite dangerous for black, right? Yeah. What do you guys think about an online shop for Chess24 where you actually can get some t-shirts or mugs or something like this? You guys will like the idea? Just some of you can answer me. I know you guys the idea. I think it's quite interesting. So we could be working on this. And so queen c5. The point is, after queen takes, d takes, this looks even that thing looks even, and then bishop f3. This looks like crashing, but why not to take the pawn? After king h1, he can take on d4, but after rook takes d4, then there's no defense for that guy on d6. You guys like that idea about an online Chess24 shop? Sorry. So let's play bishop f3. After bishop c6, I can just take and I know you got a grandmaster redraw, but I'm talking about, you know, a deeper. Let me think a little bit. So rook takes e8. I actually don't like what happened just now. Yeah, let's go back. Let's just double rooks on the d file. So rook takes, bishop takes. Okay, he took on d6 and now he's gonna take on f3. I got 3 Facundos, you know. So this is clear advantage. This is clear advantage for white. 3 Facundos, man. You got them, all of them playing like really happily in the garden, you know, these 3 Facundos. I know they are kind of sad because they cannot move forward, but in the future, one of them is gonna be decisive. Trust me. So let's just push our majority here. Of course, I should bring my king to the center, and yeah, chess sets, t-shirts, mugs, string tangas, whatever makes you happy, guys. This could happen in the future, and we are working on this as well. So, yeah. So king c6, he wants to do some b5 shit or something like this, but no, it's gonna work. Today is not Christmas, man. And after b5, I'm just gonna close the position with c5. c5 is gonna come, and rook f8, active move, king e3, and then a5. This is actually quite interesting. This a5 is actually quite interesting. So I have to take on b, and then he's gonna play rook a8, and he's gonna get some active play. So not that easy. I wanted to go b5, king c5, rook d7. Yeah, this should work. And then after king c5, rook d7, rook f8, then I can just go rook c7. Instead, he goes for king c7, and he keeps offering me the draw. But I don't want to draw, man. I want to keep playing a little bit. I keep rocking on. What about f5 here? I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I'm just gonna try. Facundo sacrifices himself in the spirit of a Japanese kamikaze from the war. So f5, just sacrificing for the good of his brothers. He takes f5, and now this king wants to enter, wants to find the glory by a g5, by h6. This king is gonna land over there, so rook d4, just protecting everything. Yeah, that move I overlooked. So rook a3, stopping my king, but anyway, this king wants to find its glory. It doesn't matter, he doesn't care about his Facundo friends, his Facundo brothers, his Facundo kids. In this case, I'm going to take this one on f7, and once that happens, I'm gonna win this game. The glory is there. The glory for Facundo. Facundo on f6, trying to become a little beautiful queen. So Facundo on f6. Everybody thought he had nothing to do, but after king g7, king f7, this is going to happen. 1 minute 10 seconds for me. I got 95 seconds. You guys can do the math. 30 plus 60 plus 35. So I just take this guy. Don't take this guy, Pepe. Rook takes, pawn takes, king takes, g3, king moves, and then f7 and f3. No, I shouldn't do this. I should remove the queen from d4, and then king f7 is gonna happen. What's going on here? Can he stop this? King g8, and I think he can't. So I'm gonna play king g8, more important than king g7, because after king g7, rook e4 was possible. Still, he's gonna manage to stop all these guys here. What's going on? I wanna play something like... no, what did I do? King g7? This is nonsense. Okay, let's just try to collect some of the pawns first. But I don't know if this was a good idea. It's coming. It's coming. The victory for us. Facundo's gonna find the glory. Once Facundo becomes a queen, the ra-da-da-da-da should be there. Ra-da-da-da-da-da. He didn't allow me. So, here you go. And what about taking, for example, Victor or Barton from Spain? And nothing else matters. Yeah! ¿Qué hago? So, let's play e4. Let's play e4. Johnny, la gente está muy loca. I think he's not here, so I have to abort the game, and we are reaching the end of this Banter Blitz session. He's not here. And okay, let's play one more game, 3-minute games, and then the craziness start here in chess 24, because we are gonna play 3 to 5 1-minute games. So for example, let's play against Rey Bellota from Spain. Somebody shoot that rabbit, yeah? I seem like a rabbit, I know. So, are you there, Rey Bellota? You are not there? You went to refresh, to change the water of your cannery? You went there? Are you there, Rey Bellota? Looks like Rey Bellota is not there. So guys, after this game, I mean, you can start now challenging me a 1-minute game. That's perfect, guys. So for example, I'm gonna give the chance the last 3-minute games to, for example, Trascorrales, another Spanish player. It's full of Spanish people this session. So let's just play e4 now. I know Metallica is the best band, band in the world. It's just the Kasparov of chess. John Petkos is saying. But I'm just gonna play knight d2 here. Let's see what he plays. And this line after knight f6, bishop d3, black strikes in the center with c5, aiming to break our pawn chain. But all right, let's just play knight f3. Normally white, black put strike in the center with f6 before, after taking on d4. Now there could be some troubles here, right? After knight f4, for example. He must go to b6 or to b8 with that knight, right? Because e6 is hanging. Wow, he takes on e5. Maybe I just completely overlook all this, because it looks like after e takes e5 he can regain the piece by playing e4, right? So maybe this was not my first and my best idea, but still I trust myself, and then I'll try to survive in this ugly position. Already Trascorrales is beating me. What's going on here? Looks like I can get some material back. So knight takes e5, and then knight takes bishop h7, king takes h7, queen h5, and then queen e5. There is some bishop d6. Quite annoying in that position, so I cannot go for this, guys. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Wow, man, this looks so damn ugly. This looks so damn ugly. I'm not even saying a move. Wow, so I have to play something. I got to play something. Boof! I got to take here, and then take here, and maybe knight d2. At least I managed to get this pawn back. I'm suffering a lot. I'm suffering a lot. I'm suffering a lot here in this position. e3, just f takes e3. And then just remember, guys, so it's Mario 27 and Grandmaster Riro, right? The ones who won the prize. So 95, just gonna take this guy on e4, and then it looks like more or less my position is not so bad. Knight d3, I'm just gonna play rook b1, and then in order to develop my bishop to e3, so b2 is protected. So let's just play bishop e3 here. It's gonna go bishop c6 probably. He goes b6, and now, for example, we could play knight f4, kicking this knight back from d3. It's actually quite an annoying piece. And then after knight f4, bishop f4, we actually, our structure is better. He's got the bishop pair, which is always nice. But then, let's see if I manage to exchange a pair of bishops, for example, by playing bishop g5 at some point. The thing is, I don't want to give him the possibility of getting active in the 7th rank. So let's say after bishop g5 he could take, and then rook to d2. So it goes double rooks there. So I'm just gonna bring my king as well to the center by playing king f2. He goes h6 over there. And what about if I just play bishop e3, just being prophylactic against all these moves? I want to go c4 as well, kicking this rook back, and then maybe he goes g5, c4. What's going on here? I want to go knight c3, goes rook d3. What's up if I just go king e2? He can take on e4, but then f takes e4. What's going on here? I want to go rook d1 and exchange everything possible on the board. He goes bishop f6, so b2 is hanging. Now I got to go rook d1 and exchange everything. My pawn structure is a bit better because all my pawns are in the light squares. So rook d1 is my next move. Here we go. Rook d1 takes everything. What's going on here? The endgame is quite balanced, but still everything can happen in chess, as you guys know. Bishop e5, I'm just gonna play h3. My idea is just to play, I don't know, bishop d2. So whenever he goes, wow, king d3, in order to stop this king joining the party. Got a lot of troubles here. My position is quite unpleasant, so I'm just gonna go a4 here. I should stay in this diagonal, so I'm gonna go king f3 in the next move. Let's see if I can win this game. It looks that is not possible, but now, okay, now I managed to get my king a little bit active. So he's got to go king g6 in order to stop king h5. He goes for this, and then he's gonna play king h5. Sorry, looks like I'm not gonna manage to win this game. So a draw. Oh my god, couldn't do this. So last phase of this Banter Blitz session, just the craziness has arrived. We're gonna play only 1 minute games, guys, so you can challenge me. And we start, for example, with Gaston Aristizabal. Let's just play 1 minute games. 90 kilos for me on the white side. Gaston Aristizabal, let's look at his photo. Looks like 80 kilos from Argentina. And he's got a shirt that says PDE, partial differential equations. Okay, he's got e4, d6. Let's just try to play the Philidor. Knight f6, knight f3, main line e5. D takes e5 is not dangerous at all. So knight d7, main line. g4 is quite interesting. Bishop c4, bishop e7, only move. Bishop b3 goes bishop d3. I want to go c6 and expand my pawns on the queen side by going b5 here. And then b4 could be a threat. Bishop b3, now bishop b4 is, just wins a pawn. He doesn't realize. Okay, he still got knight a2, but not anymore because now b4 is protected. So knight a4 just gives me a free pawn. He wants to go knight f5. So let's just stop this by playing g6. I just blundered my knight. What the hell am I doing? Queen c7. I need to make a comeback here. So knight f3. I'm just gonna play knight c5 and a piece down. Bishop takes c5. Rook e1, let's just play bishop g4. He's gonna play h3, and I will be in huge trouble here. So rook d8, he's gonna exchange everything possible on the board, so I should at least try to avoid this. I'm not doing it. And yeah, let's just keep some pieces on the board. So bishop f8, bishop e7 was not possible. He's kicking my ass. So bishop e7, I wanna go rook d8. Now. Got to take this pawn here, an h5, and then just win this game on time. This is what I'm gonna do. Let's just play a5, 13 seconds, and let's just play king f6. And he's got knight c4. Let's just try to exchange at least and then protect e5. But no time for protection. He's gonna take everything. Only 6 seconds for him. Quite difficult time situation. Check. And then give me that pawn, baby. And yes. So bad, man. I'm playing like a kid. Let's play against Wino Spider from Argentina as well. Now I'm gonna switch and play another opening. Good game. Before. Oh man. And the one who beats me, I'm gonna give him 1 month premium account as well. So guys, be focused. So knight f6, here c6 in order to gain some space in the center. C takes d5, c takes d5. Now d4 is the main move here. After e takes d4, queen takes d4, knight c6. He goes to e3, and then just gonna grab some space in the center. E takes. Now this knight's gonna have to go some butt square. Just bishop b4, and then the bishop b4 short castle here. Got a nice position. Rook d8. For example, bishop f5 targeting the d3 pawn, d3 pawn, sorry. And queen d6 is gonna be my next move. Gonna give some fresh air to my king by playing h6, so this king can breathe in the future. So rook c1, h6. What's going on here? Gonna go a6. I don't know why, but looks cool at least. Rook e1, rook c4 here, attacking d4. Let's just play b5. I'm not quite sure about this move because then my knight is gonna be hanging all the time on c6, so I decide to exchange it. Whoa, this is a huge mistake. Let's just collect this pawn, and then this diagonal is gonna be extremely tasty for us. So bishop c8, bishop b7 ideas. Here we go. Bishop c8. In order to go bishop b7, boom, and let's play against one of our moderators, CP Quittert. Let's just play knight f3. Let's see, he's there. Wake up, get up. So just the fianchetto style. So d3, just gonna play queen e1 in order to go e4 here. This is some sort of King's Indian, sorry. And then I'm just gonna close the position and then playing a King's Indian attack style. So bishop f4. Now boom! This works or no? It doesn't work because my queen is on a1. Or on e1. Bishop d6. What did I just do? I just make a huge mistake here. So king knight g5 here. Let's just try to solve the issue. Well, the rook on e8 was hanging. It was actually winning. He had king f8 still, but all right, let's keep playing. For example, now with Toby 0-4, another 1 minute game. So I'm just gonna play now e4. more aggressively. Let's see what he plays. C5 Sicilian, E6 the French, D6 the Philidor, D6 the pick. What you wanna do? E5. So bishop B5 the Rui Lopez. He goes for the same strange things that in the past game. So bishop takes C6. Now he's got the bishop pair, but I got the knight spades advantage. So should be okay for black. But all right, let's see what happens here. Knight F4. I'm gonna look for the weak squares. So knight C3. He's gonna strike with D5. This looks like quite dangerous for me. It doesn't go for this. Now knight A4, for example, in order to attack the C5 pawn. He goes for D4, closing the center. But now knight B2 in order to play queen C3, queen D3, for example, and then bring this knight to C4 could be an idea. So queen D3. Now my idea is to take on C3. It doesn't allow this. He plays queen B4. Now I want to go knight C4 and reach this endgame. What's going on with this endgame? So takes, and rook B4. This looks quite nice for him. This actually looks really nice for him. Now it's time to bring the king to the center. Let's see what happens. So I'm just gonna play bishop G3. He offers a draw. No time for Christmas today. So for example, rook B1 here. Just gonna start pushing my pawns here. Let's see what happens. F5 and E5 now. Yeah, we got a nice majority there. And then the G4, for example, after after rook E8. I cannot go rook E1 because of bishop C7. So I just play bishop bishop takes C5. Now rook E1. And I'm gonna collect all these guys here. C5, now D4, C6, rook B6. Just takes this guy here. King E3. Now I'm gonna protect my G pawn. Check, G5, King E5, King F6, and then checkmate. That's it. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. 2 or 3 more games, for example, against Connie Lonina. And then let's play some one of the worst openings in life. A4, F5. This is called the Pirate Gambit in my city. She doesn't want to take. What is this? Doesn't want to offer. He doesn't want to accept my offer. So she takes the. What are we playing here? Knight F6, Bishop E7, short castle, and then D5, some sort of stone wall. C takes, and now Knight E4. And he takes, then D takes E5, looks cool for me. So just Bishop E6 in order to protect D5, and then Queen B6 is coming to attack D4. Let's see how he defends it. He's got Bishop E3, but then B2 is hanging. Give me your pawns, baby. Give me your pawns, baby. Knight takes, D takes, and then D5 is possible. D5 looks like possible. Did I just blundered? I don't know. But let's just take on E5 and then Bishop C5. If he takes with the D pawn. Yeah, this is happening. So we are pawn up here. Takes, and rook B8. Let's just try to exchange everything possible in the board. Just trying to eliminate all the pieces. So just Queen B6. Of course, I'm happy with this endgame. He's gonna attack that pawn. I'm gonna bring my king to support the B pawn. So just King F7, King E7. Not easy. Have to remove that guy from C6. Bishop D7 takes. Let's just keep pushing like crazy here. B5, B4, B3. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. So King C3 attacking the rook. Just gonna play G6, just protecting my pawn chain. Just King B2 is gonna get an active rook over there. So just B3 and check, but then B2 is coming and B1 is coming. This is game over. This is game over. And that's it. And one more game. And we just finish this session. For example, against I want a strong player for the last game. I want a strong player. There are no 2,700 players just challenging me. No. Anyway, last game against Let Me Win. So let's trust in Facundo. So let's believe in Facundo. F4 here, playing some sort of shit opening. F4, let's see what he plays. He can go E5, D5, C5, Knight F6. All of them seems natural. Let's play the Leningrad with white. So G3, Bishop G2, short castle, and then D3 in order to go. Let's just try to give some checkmate. H3, G4, and Queen E1, Queen H4. Let's just go for this. Queen A1. I don't know. I know this is nonsense many times, but good work. So let's just try to give checkmate with Queen H4, F5, Bishop H6, and Knight G5. Why not? Let's just go for this. We are already there. This looks so dangerous for him. Knight g5. Boom, 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 boom. He finds a solution and he plays f6. Still nothing. Decided. Queen f6, queen h6, rook f7 looks quite good for him. Then bishop c3. We got a nice bishop here. He can never take on g4 because of rook takes f7. So he goes knight d4 instead. Let's just play knight f3 in order to remove some knights for there. In order to take on g5. He takes on c3, and now knight g5 is coming, attacking the rook on f7. He's got to move the rook. He wants to survive. I'm just gonna take there and play h4. He takes on f5 because my knight on g5 is hanging. So he can take on f5. He should though, and he doesn't do it. So Facundo comes into the action. f6. He's got to move the rook. There's checkmate in the next move. Checkmate, 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 checkmate. Okay, he stops at the checkmate, but then with queen down, this should be good for us. And I don't know what's going on with me, but I want to play one more game. This is not gonna be the end. So Victor PD16, he wants to play, wants to kick my ass. So let's play e4, one more game. e5, let's see until when I survive. So he goes for the Petrov, d6, and now knight takes e4, knight c3, d takes c3, bishop f4, followed by queen d2 and long castle. This I want to give some checkmate. He takes that pawn. This is a bit wow, maybe he's beating me in style. Wow, did I just play king c1? Did I just play king c1? What this mouse? This mouse is just giving me a nightmare. So rook a1, let's just try to survive in this position. I want to go bishop c4, and he goes bishop f6. This looks so bad for me. Just gonna play bishop g5 in order to exchange this strong and dangerous bishop. Just bishop d3. Let's see, he blunders. Let's just play h4, supporting the knight, and he takes on He takes on d5, then the h5 is gonna be open. So c5, let's just try to push Facundo as well. f4, go back. Let's just try to take over there. And then, for example, bishop d3. He can never move the bishop to b1, so I'm quite happy with my position now. I can go queen e2 and queen e4 in order to force g6 and then play h5 to break the position over there. He goes d takes f5 and then queen e4. He can take, maybe. He can take. Let's just take. My idea is to continue doing this thing until I get checkmated in the next game, but no, I don't want to die today. So give me your pawns, baby. Give me your pawns. 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 Knight takes e4. Knight takes e2. Bishop e7. Already a pawn up. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. I love pawns for free, but still he's got some nice compensation due to his nice bishop on g2. So just bishop d7 in order to go rook d8 in order to exchange a pair of rooks. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. f6. Bishop c7. Just rook c8, nothing happens. This is an endgame with a pawn up. So bishop takes e6 and now king takes. This should be okay. Followed by e5, go away. King d7, followed by c4. I want to go c4 in this position. That was the idea. Now my king comes to the center. He wants to break with b3, but this doesn't help. So the next move is gonna be, for example, g5 in order to play g4 in order to create the pass pawn on e. But more important, the square e4 for my king. F takes e4, F takes e4. Now this king penetrates. Don't penetrate if you are not safe, guys. So bishop d8, and then what should I do? Just bishop g5. Now this bishop is coming to c5. Then give me that, baby. Give me that, baby. Bishop b2. Now I'm gonna collect another guy here on c3. I got the Carlitos twins, so I'm quite happy with my positions. So c takes d4, and now c3. Boom, 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 boom. So chess is a serious game, guys. So don't do this at home, okay? chess is an art and a science, and you know, sport. So don't let clowns like me make chess less important. All right. So this has been all, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I really have fun today playing a lot of games. So yes, just try to be okay the next days, and see you in the next video. Probably will be next week with another Banter Blitz session, one in Spanish and one in English. So yes, just try to enjoy. I hope you guys are having a lot of fun with your family and friends. This has been all. Bye bye and see you soon. Bye. ¿Cómo tú te llamas? Yo no sé.